In this lesson, we're going to continue our examples using try-catch. This time we're going to write the beginnings of a program that will display the contents of a file, kind of like the type command in Windows or the cat command in Linux. So let's get started. We're going to call this type.java. First thing we need to do is import a couple of utilities. So java.io.star, java.util.star, and then public class type, public static void main. And this time, when we type string args for the array, we're actually going to use that array. Let me explain what we're going to do. I'll put some closing curly braces here while I talk. We're going to capture the file name that the user wants to display at the command line. And so it's going to be stored in the args array, in arg sub 0. That's going to become our file name. So what we're going to do is demonstrate how the file not found exception works by trying to type out a file that doesn't exist. And then in the next lesson, we'll demonstrate how to handle that exception as well as write out the contents of the file. But to do that, we have to catch yet another possible exception, and that's going to be the topic of the next lesson. So in this lesson, all we're going to do is demonstrate how to catch a file not found exception. So the first thing we do is we take the command line argument in arg sub 0 and assign it to a variable. So that's string file equals arg sub 0. Now we're ready to try, and what we want to try is to open a file. So we have a buffered reader object in file equals new buffered reader new file reader file, just like so. And that's all we have there. Then we're going to catch a file not found exception, E, and we'll simply write out a message, file not found, try again. And that's it. So let's save the file, compile it, and then let's try a file that I do not believe exists, mydata.dat. And rather than going right into an error, we get file not found, try again. Let's try to type one that I think does exist. Ants.txt. And we have nothing. So we might want to add just a little statement here, just to let us know that it worked. So let's save it. Compile again. Run it again with that data. File found, output to come later. So here's another example of try-catch. We try to open a file. If the file's not found, it throws the file not found exception. It's caught right here, and our message is displayed. If the file is found, then we continue on through the rest of the program. Our file found message is displayed, and the program ends. So now in the last two lessons, we've seen some examples of singular catch statements or singular catch clauses in a try-catch statement. Now let's look at how we would work with multiple catch clauses in a try-catch statement, which will be the topic of the next lesson.